Okay, you have your ID in, sir?
Yeah, but I don't want to show my ID though.
Why don't you want to show your ID?
Because it.
Constitution.
Yeah, because I've not committed. Can you articulate a crime that I've committed?
Well, you just said you're panhandling, so that's a crime. Yes, sir.
How is panhandling a crime in America?
Solicitation, sir.
I'm not soliciting anybody.
Now the question is for you. If you were sitting peacefully in a public place and an officer asked for your ID without citing a clear legal violation, would you be willing to say no, yes or no? Leave your answer in the comments, especially if you're among the experienced, law-savvy, freedom-loving men of America.
I got permission from the owners.
Do you have a vendor's permit to operate in the town?
That's I'm panhandling.
You're panhandling?
Yeah.
Okay, you have your ID in, sir?
Yeah, but I don't want to show my ID though.
Why don't you want to show your ID?
Because my Constitution says that I don't have to.
Your Constitution says
Yeah, because I've not committed. Can you articulate a crime that I've committed?
Well, you just said you're panhandling, so that's a crime. Yes, sir.
How is panhandling a crime in America?
Solicitation, sir.
I'm not soliciting anybody. If I solicit someone, that means I'm going to them and asking them for money. I'm not asking nobody for money. All I'm doing is I'm just sitting here. That's all I'm doing is just sitting here. I'm not asking nobody for no dollars. Mm-hmm. I'm not called nobody over here and said, hey, come here. Here, let me sell you this shirt. I'm not done that. All I'm doing is just sitting here chilling. Mm-hmm. And I just got some stuff out here. Now, if somebody wants to come by here at a particular time and buy something, that's different. Right. But as far as me soliciting them and telling them, hey, look, come in, let me sell you something, I'm not doing that. Right. I'm not doing that. All I'm doing is chilling. Mm-hmm. And I got permission from the owner.
Right. Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So, like I was saying, you have to have a vendor's permit to operate inside the city.
I'm not selling nothing.
Right.
That's the thing. All I'm doing is sitting here chilling.
Right. Okay.
You know, who's to say I'm selling this here? I could be giving these away.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have no for sale sign up. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, listen. Yeah. I read my law.
Mm-hmm.
I understand what the law says.
Yes, sir.
I understand that soliciting means I go to you and I solicit you for $1.
Right.
I have a product, I want to solicit you and say, hey, look, I want to sell you this. Mm-hmm. But I'm not doing that.
Okay. All
I'm doing is chilling. I got some products set right here. I didn't say I was selling nothing. I don't have a sign out here that says shirts for X amount of dollars. You feel me? I'm not stupid.
No,
I'm not stupid by far.
Right.
And I know that under the Constitution, you got to articulate a crime in order for me to show you my ID. And you've not articulated a crime because I'm not soliciting. You ain't seen me sell nothing. Right. All you seen me do, Locke, is just sit here and chill. Mm-hmm. And not only that, I have permission from the owner to be out here. Right. Now, if you would have come up here and told me, hey, look, man, owner said they're trespassing you, I can't do nothing but pack up and leave. Mm-hmm. Because if I'm trespassed, I can't be here. Mm-hmm. But if I ain't breaking no law, there was no reason for this conversation to never happen.
Listen, brother, I'm not trying to argue, and I'm not saying that I'm just telling you, I was actually just sent out here. To be honest with you, brother, I was sent out here.
Okay, would you tell the town that, hey, look, the silverback said he's just chilling. Mm-hmm. We ain't seen him sell nothing. Mm-hmm. He ain't out here vendoring to nobody. He's not soliciting nobody. So, I've not broken no laws.
Right. But I'm just letting you know, if you're saying you're not acting as a vendor.
Yeah, tell the police department up there, tell them I appreciate them. Tell them I appreciate their service. Tell them I appreciate you coming out and checking on me, make sure my health was all right and everything. But tell them also this, that until I break a law, I prefer not to have no more conversation with the town department.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you, law. See, now that's how, when you know your law, when you know the Constitution, that's how you handle the police. Handle it in an articulate way. Don't get out here and cuss the police or anything like that. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Just be real nice about it. That's all I got to say.
Thank you for watching until the very end of the video. A calm and composed black citizen was simply resting on the side of the road with a few personal items next to him. He wasn't approaching anyone, wasn't displaying any price signs, and wasn't causing any disturbance. Yet, the presence of police demanding his ID and accusing him of panhandling turned a peaceful moment into an unnecessary confrontation. The man in the video did not raise his voice or back down. Instead, He responded with the law. He cited the U.S. Constitution, requesting that the officer clearly articulate a specific violation before demanding identification. And when no valid reason was given, he calmly asserted his right to refuse. A powerful display of how legal awareness can protect everyday citizens. If you find yourself in a similar situation, remember, if there is no evidence of a legal violation, you are not required to provide your ID. You have the right to ask officers to explain any reasonable suspicion. And you always have the right to remain silent, record the interaction, and demand transparency throughout the encounter. Now, a question for you. If a police officer asked for your ID without a clear legal reason, would you be willing to say no, yes, or no? Leave your answer in the comments below and help empower others by sharing this message. To know the law, stand your ground, and never be intimidated. If you found this video helpful, please like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Police Overreach to keep following our mission to expose abuse of power and defend civil rights across America. See you in the next video.